You know, I'm going to answer the question, what is a religion? Religion isn't everything what people think it is. It isn't so much whether or not there's a God or belief in God. Religion is a system. It's a system of thinking. And it's a system of thinking, just like any system is designed to produce a particular effect. And that's what it's about. Religion is designed to keep people calm and relaxed and passive and in order and obedient. It's a matter of getting people to comply with things. Sort of like, I suppose you can call it a compliance system. People are likely to comply with things if you do things that make them feel good. You know, it's like if you tell people that they look beautiful or that there's something nice about them. One thing I learned in life, and it's true, and I'm just going to be honest about it. People are more likely to comply with things when they're calm and relaxed and at ease. But also people will comply with things when you set up situations. Like, for example, let's say if I'm a robber and I pull out a gun, I pull out my 9mm, point it in your face, and tell you to give up the wallet. I want you to comply with my orders. So I put fear on you, and I give you a way to get relief. The one way you can get relief is to comply with my orders. I give you an order, you comply, and you can be at peace. What people always seek in religion is peace. It's not, ultimately salvation is peace. When you think about the religious ideals, I was thinking about, the Jehovah's Witness and their earthly paradise and the thing in the book, The Truth That Leads to Eternal Life, or that was the name of the one, the blue book. And then there's the brown book, which they have now, which has a slightly different title. But it's pretty much the same book. They kind of upgraded their fantasy a little bit. They kind of tweaked their fantasy. Every religion has a fantasy. And the key thing is the fantasy is pacifying. See, the one thing is true is if you take drugs, for example, you pretty much get the same effect as religion. It puts you at peace. It makes you feel good. You're at peace and you feel tranquil and you feel dazzled with the beauty of things. And just that thought, wouldn't it be beautiful to have friends who come over and to have wonderful, like with the Jehovah's Witness thing in that book, in their magazine, it just sounds so wonderful. Oh God, and it really is. It really is a nice fantasy. Heaven. See, that's the thing. If somebody tell you a story can be very tranquilizing. It is. I used to refer to this in the past. I used to call this is something I always refer to as a tranquilizer effect. It isn't just a story, but it's just anything that tranquilizes you. It's the settling of a dispute. In your mind, you wonder about things, and somebody tranquilizes you. People can make you feel tranquil. They can make you feel at peace. I remember many years ago, something that always stuck in my mind. There was a made-for-TV movie. And you know what? To this day, I don't remember any other scene in that movie except one. But I remember a movie that had Stacy Keach in it. And he was some guy who was an executioner. I guess using the electric chair in the early days of when they were using the electric chair. And I remember him trying to calm this prisoner down who was going to be executed. And I remember in that scene, he was talking to the guy and telling him about what it's going to be like when he dies. And he told this wonderful, beautiful story of how, and the guy calmed down and he was ready to be executed. So he accepted it, And that always stuck in my mind because I thought, wow, that was an interesting thing because it made me think about how that is in life. Many times we could accept bad things when somebody tranquilizes us. And with words. See, words can be like drugs. Images can be like drugs. If anybody knows the name of that movie, please let me know because I'd like to get it. I like to see that scene again. It came out like probably had to be in the 70s or so, because I think it was still in high school back then. And I don't ever remember the name of it. But that was interesting. See, religious images are a lot like drugs. They put you at ease. At least that's the idea of it. But then, if you go in, like most people would go into shock if they read the Bible all the way through. Or if they read the Quran, or if they read any of the other holy books. That's why it's best to have it spoon-fed to you. And people will give you some of the shocking stuff only to tell you that if you don't want to go through that, then do this. Yeah, stories can have a tranquilizing effect. That's the thing. This is the original drug. This is the drug when you didn't have a lot of drugs back in the old days. It was a tranquilizer. Stories can act as tranquilizers. And when people are tranquil, they will agree to and accept things that in a normal state they wouldn't accept. People in a non-tranquil, non-drugged state wouldn't accept this. There's some things you would only accept when you're either very high or you're desperate. When you're calm, when you're at peace, when you kind of have your faculties together and you're not high off of something, there's one set of decisions and choices you'll make that you wouldn't make under another set of circumstances. You'll agree to things in one situation that you wouldn't agree to in another. It's almost time for me to go because I agree to go. All right. That's it.